Hello and welcome to EV Focus Now, and glad to be back with you guys for another episode. Sorry I've been gone for a little bit. Unfortunately, I have these things called, you may have heard of them, bills. So I do have a real job, and I hate saying real because YouTubers do have a real job. Just that, I'm a YouTuber that doesn't make any money off of my show, so I have to have another job to take care of my bills and expenses and family and all that thing. So, I've been a little busy with that, but I am back and happy to be with you today. And today we're going to talk about Nio, and this is a name that you should know, as you're going to hear more and more about them. If you haven't heard about Nio, I encourage you after this video to go online, go on YouTube and type in Nio EVs, and you'll see exactly some of the points that I hope to make here today, and hopefully they'll validate what I'm saying here. So, similar to what we saw in the 80s, if you were alive during that time, Japanese cars came over the U.S. market and surprised Ford, GM, and Chrysler by taking a lot of market share with better and more reliable and cheaper car models. It was a big shock to them, and it changed Ford, GM, and Chrysler for the better. I think made them make more gas efficient and better quality cars. So Nio, a company that is currently operating now in China and is already expanding to the Netherlands and Norway as we speak. They also have a U.S. headquarters right here in California as well. They are a Chinese EV startup. I think they've been in business for 3 years already, 3 to 4 years. But these vehicles are fantastic. And I know there might be some stigmatism with Chinese-made vehicles, but everything's changed with manufacturing over in China. They've improved everything, the way they manufacture cars, and they've learned a lot from the Europeans. They've hired a lot of European engineers, and they've learned how to put cars together much better. And electric cars make it even possible for them to compete in the world market because there's no engine to develop, no special kind of engine to develop, V6, V8. It's an electric motor, obviously a battery and cells, and then you just got to put the car together, and you can compete with any other car maker in the world, basically. And it's opened the market up to not only China, but companies out of Vietnam called VinFast, companies out of Turkey, companies out of the UK. It's just, anybody who has some money can be a car company now and develop a reliable and affordable electric EV. Well, EV obviously is electric, but you know what I'm saying. So it's opened the door to open a lot of competition now. The build quality and the styling of these vehicles are excellent. And the tech that Nio has in their vehicle is similar to what you'll get with a Tesla, an ID.4 or Mach-E. Now, Tesla still has the advantage to me with their supercharging network, but despite my concerns, Nio has a battery swapping, technology, so to speak, that works really well for them in China, and they just put down, I think, 2 of them in Norway that are working really well. They're big hits with the customers and make charging times almost non-existent. So basically, you pull like into a little box, like you see here, and they go in 5 to 8 minutes. A machine comes up, screws their old battery, puts a new battery on, and in 8 minutes they got a full charge and they're on their way. Now, of course, this makes road tripping amazingly fast and efficient. The thing I questioned somewhat was just, whenever you take something in and out, there always could be some kind of mechanical mistake. A screw could get stripped or something could go wrong. But so far it's working well, so I may be proven wrong about that. But I'm not sure how it will work over here. You get to swap your battery out if you want. But a lot of people, me personally, I don't want to swap my battery out. I want to keep my battery. I don't want to keep exchanging my battery. If I have a good battery, I don't want to keep exchanging it. But the counter side to that is that if you swap your battery and you get a bad battery or one you don't like, you just go back and swap another one. I guess you could continue to do that. But I'm not sure how Americans will feel about that. But it's working well in Norway. It's working well in China. So who knows? We'll see. But it definitely makes things interesting. Now, Nio has 5 different models. They almost mimic what a Tesla has as far as models. So they have the ET5, which is equivalent, in my opinion, to the Model 3. The ET7, which is equivalent to the Model S. The EC6, which is equivalent to the Model Y. Then they have the ES6, which is like the performance model of the C6, so similar to the Model Y Performance. And then they got the ES8, which is similar to the Model 8. It's a 7-seater SUV, and it's more of a traditional SUV in the lines of an Explorer or a Durango of some kind. So it looks more like an SUV. I mean, the fact that they already have this out right now and selling it just shows you how far ahead they are of Ford and Chrysler and GM as far as having a fully functional 7-passenger electric SUV. So it's amazing what they've done, and their interior is fantastic. Starting from the dash here, look at the quality. I mean, now I know have driven these cars, and I know there are some journalists who have said they've driven them in China and they drive great, but the styling, the fabric, the luxury, how it's put together, it looks really good. I mean, it looks like a luxury car. I mean, they're really well put together. And I love the outside styling of all their models. They look really, really great. I think the way they style, I mean, if they come over to the U.S., I'm in. As long as they hold up, and I'm sure they'll have a good warranty and everything. But look at the interior. Look at the seating, the craftsmanship. And even in this, the picture, they show the seats reclining, and the front seats almost with a little ottoman on the bottom of it. So they really have put a lot of work into these. And these vehicles exist now. These aren't concepts like we see over here with Ford and GM and some of their cars. These are not concepts. These are actual vehicles. So the question is, will these ever come over to U.S. market? And I think they will come over here eventually. And when they do, it's going to be a big deal. Now, Tesla, Kia, Hyundai, VW, GM, I think they're ready for the challenge and will be able to hold its own to this brand and other Chinese brands that come over like Xpeng, so to speak. But it really put pressure on companies like Toyota, Stellantis / Chrysler, who owns Chrysler, by the way, Honda, Nissan. I think those companies are going to have a lot of pressure on them because they're slow rolling this. They're behind the ball, and they haven't gotten any models out yet. And those are the ones that are going to be really in jeopardy. Just as the Japanese models came over in the 80s, shocked the market, the Chinese models might be coming over in the next 1 to 2 years, and it's going to catch some of these regular automakers off guard and realize how far behind they are. Like companies like Mazda and Mitsubishi may be in real trouble in surviving because they really are behind the 8 ball as far as getting any EV concepts out there or even production of a real EV, not that one that Mazda put out that does 103 miles. They need to do a little better than that to survive. I think in the next 3 years we're really going to see what happens. But let me know what you think about NIO. Take a look at online. Look at the craftsmanship. Look at the cars. I think they're beautiful cars. They're styled correctly. I'm definitely in. Not sure about the battery swapping technology would be for me because I like to keep my own battery and because I like to manage my own battery. I know I take care of my own battery, but it may be for some people. And I think this is a vehicle and a company that's going to do real well. I mean, these things look amazing. They look amazing and have all the tech you want in them. So leave the comments below. Tell me what you think about NIO. If you think that it'll be a company you'll be interested in, possibly look into buying a vehicle from in the next 2 or 3 years if they come over to the U.S. market, which I believe is at least an 80% chance it's going to happen. So we'll see as things go. Thank you again for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button below. It really helps the channel. I'm at 194 subscribers. Wow. That's nothing to some YouTubers, but it's a lot to me because I was one time at 17. I thank you all for watching and continue to subscribe, share these videos with your friends. I'm hoping to get 200 subscribers real soon, but I do appreciate all you guys who do watch the show, and I enjoy doing this content for you. Stay tuned for my next video, and I'll catch you next time. Remember, when it comes to EVs, remain focused. Bye-bye.